What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic. You dig one time for the one time, and don't forget today it's triple header, triple super flyweight header, headed by Chocolito Gonzalez taking on Sorek in a rematch tonight on HBO. I think it's about 10 or 11 o'clock the card start. But you know, this is the review to David Benavidez and Ronald Gavril, TMT Mayweather fighter last night, and you know, I was reading a thread, and it made me go back and score this bout today. Had some downtime at work, so I sat back and watched the fight, scored it. If you haven't seen the fight, I'll leave a link in the description. Only thing about where I'm leaving the link to on YouTube is hella ads. You know, I'm just letting you know right now, hella ads throughout this fight, but it's good quality. And first of all, I didn't watch it, you know, with the sound. When I score a fight, I never watch it with the sound. And I seen somebody say it was close, and they were saying Ronald got robbed. And I'm like, was the fight really that close? And I went back and watched it, and actually I scored the fight 114-113 for Ronald. And because of the knockdown in the end, I gave him 2 extra points. I had David Benavidez, I think, ahead by 1 point going into the 12th. So, you know, made him win, Ronald win by 1 point. And I think people just, you know, be talking. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I think David Benavidez, round 1 was like, if you've seen round 1, you've seen the whole fight. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? You know, they didn't give, you know, Ronald Gavril, Romania, no attention for his body work, man. He was working David Benavidez's body and really slowed him down in the middle rounds. He started to take control. You know, when David Benavidez wasn't even moving his hands. And then people score rounds for guys who shoe shine or land one punch at the end of the round. But, oh, that's this round. Well, it's 3 minutes to a round, and Gavril was outworking him a lot of the round. And then when you switch the roles in one of the rounds, when Gavril landed the big left hook, then he don't get credit, you know, by Al Bernstein for landing the big left hook. So, you know, basically, these dudes be dick sucking the favorite, man. And, you know, I'm not hating here on David Benavidez. I think it was a close fight because there was a lot of swing rounds in there. So I could see him winning by a round or two. But for somebody to say this was an absolute blowout, it wasn't. Ronald, you know, kept it very, very close. I thought he won the fight. I scored it. Like I said, there's a lot of swing rounds in there, you know, right in the middle. But I thought he won the fight, and clearly, you know, a lot of people tend to, you know, favor the favorite. You know, whoever the telecast is swaying you towards, a lot of people sway that way. They take that opinion, and then people want to point at punch stats. Punch stats don't mean shit. It's an opinionated fucking stat. It's somebody at home or somewhere watching the fight telling you what they think landed, what they don't think landed. It don't tell you how impactful the punch was or anything like that. So if you want to use the punch stat argument, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. There's no real science behind that. It's another person tell you what landed, what didn't land. Don't tell you how effective the punch was and nothing like that. So I don't want to hear that bullshit argument. And, you know, Ronald did a lot of good body work, and he slowed David Benavidez down. Benavidez stopped punching for a while. And then at the end of the round, he would try to steal the round, knowing that he was the favorite. And that's how he was stealing the round, and, you know, most people mind. Now, it's totally different sitting ringside and sitting in the arena and watching the fight live on TV. It's two different things. So I understand, you know, that aspect to it, but it's no way that at one point I seen Al Bernstein, you know, he got like the first 5 rounds to David Benavidez. No fucking way, man. No way. No fucking way. And I just be questioning some of these guys, man. And when I see people say Ronald got robbed, I'm like, oh, that's just some propaganda bullshit, man. And then I watched the fight, and, you know, the scorecard seemed kind of wide. You know, it was a split decision. And some guys, you know, some people, you know, I think one was 116 or 111. That was crazy. And, you know, when the bullshit gonna stop in boxing? When can we get good, solid scoring, man? You know, instead of people scoring for the favorite and shit like that. You know, Ronald did enough to get a rematch, in my opinion. He definitely deserves a rematch. You know, I don't know if it's immediately or what. But I'll tell you one thing. If Anthony DeReal was in the ring with David Benavidez, I don't think he would have won last night. I wasn't impressed with David Benavidez last night. He got a long fucking way to go. He looked awkward. He looked off balance last night. That's how he got knocked down with I think Ronald knocked him down with a left hook. He couldn't take the body work. He slowed down the stretch of some of those rounds. And he got a lot of work to do, man. He got to sure up that technique. He's very sloppy in his approach. And he goes against some of these upper echelon super middleweights like Gilberto Ramirez and, you know, Chris Eubanks Jr., George Grohl. He going to get beat, man. But this is my thoughts on it. Let me know what y'all think. We gone.